The main mechanic of the game is inspired by the atmosphere of the book. Yeah, there are 5 boys in hostile, unknown territory of Severton, this dark streets, and where they are not welcome. There are the Vonts patrols that move around and really don't like intruders. Like if they found someone, they will just beat him or even capture him and keep in cellar or something like this. You don't know.
And the system of Vont groups, they are traveling along the board, is really atmospheric because you try to be somewhere where the Vont groups are not watching, but sometimes you cannot avoid them.
This inspired the core mechanics where you have this map, you have these Vont patrols there, and you have these character tokens, and now you have to decide if they will go together as one group. They are really like easy to detect, but they can defend better. But usually you need to spread them, both because they are less suspicious there, and because they need to spread because the quest says you go here and do something there, yeah, or go to all these places, yeah, or position here, and once you do something, someone else does something here.
We wanted to create a strong sense of teamwork, where players feel more effective navigating the twisting streets together. However, this safety in numbers come at a price, as a larger group is an easier target for a watchful Vonts. This risk is driven by our design of the Vonts as a clever, unpredictable opposition that creates constant tension. The goal is for players to feel the pressure of the patrols moving around them and the tense moment when a group suddenly changes the course toward them, forcing players to constantly adapt in a dynamic environment.
So you have to figure out how to solve the encounter. For example, talk them over and send them to the other place, which means in the game you play cards and you persuade them to go to the other place.
They have cards, and these cards are used both for movement and for fulfilling quests. And also they are used when you encounter Vont patrols. The cards are your main resource in the game, and you need to think well how to use them. One of a very important use of the cards is to gather information about the Vont groups. You can investigate a group of Vonts, then you know how strong they are, whether they can be like persuaded or whether you can hide from them.
Or you can use the strength, which consumes a lot of cards, and you can as well try to hide in the place, which is quite safe, but as well you need proper cards.
This is like group puzzle, where every player has his own cards. He has managed his own hand of cards. You should not like show them to others, like think something. And together they have to find a way how to avoid Vonts. If you don't avoid them, that at least have like enough strength or eloquence or like hiding to not be caught, and to still have like enough means to fulfill the quests. And whenever you fulfill a quest, your progress marker moves, so you are closer to the victory of the game, and you get a new quest. But at the same time, the unrest in Severton is rising relatively quickly. It will be like, oh, it goes very quickly, the game. It's a not long game, but it's intense.
Really hard challenge was the structure of the rules. As each scenario is really unique, we needed to figure out how to structure the rules. So we decided to make the rule book and then scenario book, and then you find out what you need for each scenario.
So I had already 3 scenarios. It's not scenarios, it's not like the story of these scenarios. It's like 3 levels of the game, yeah? Some base one, which is also relatively complex. Then the advanced one, it is exactly as I imagine it should be played, if you know it already. And then this final scenario that is has like a really epic ending. Then I said, okay, but I need some even introduction scenario to make it even easier to learn.
Vlaada has incredible attention to detail. He's one of the designers that think non-stop not only about the mechanics of a game, but the game as a whole experience. The artwork, graphic design, rulebook structure, every single aspect of the game.
As I've said, the structure is kind of weird now, like 3 levels how to play a game and 2 story scenarios between them. But it works well, yeah, it's just, it's not very typical.
His passion for the project, his steel will to capture the core aspects of the source material, all that is very admirable.
For difficulty levels, you easily just flip some boards to, with 4 combinations. You can play with 0, 1 or 3, 2 or 3 stars. And for the 1 star, it's like good way how to play, but if it is about adventure for you, you can just play with 0 stars. If you want it to be a bit more challenging, or if you are gamers, then you can play with 2 stars. And if you really know the game and want really a big challenge, you can play with 3 stars. And later you discover you can have only also 4 stars and maybe in some scenario even 5 stars, but that's really for people who will start to like it. You don't have to bother with this when getting into the game.
We think that having Vlaada on board for this project is a privilege. Working with such renowned designers, as Vlaada definitely is always a great experience, and we learned a lot throughout the process.
One of the biggest challenges was the number of players. It's obvious that it has to be for 5 players because Rapid Arrows are a group of 5 friends. I cannot leave out anyone. Yeah. And then I say, okay, so when you are 3, you will have like 2 double characters, 1 single. When you are 2, you will have like 1 double and 1 triple character. But then I realized that what's best about the game is this like ability to spread, to that everyone is at some place, and when you have like 1 double character, 1 triple character, you have just 2 groups that cannot split and are just fixed. So I decided it's better to play with a shared character. Sometimes it's good if your character doesn't do nothing, like waits, because he's collecting more cards and he's waiting for the right situation. Players were not bored because they were discussing the plans with others, and sometimes it happened, okay, I will just wait, yeah. But I had also some other groups. I had feedback that people don't like just wait. So we were talking with Albi about this and came with a system of like items. So I added this element that you can search your pockets if you have nothing else to do and prepare some of these items. It's like some common item, not some magic potions, or it's a common items like 14 years old boy can have in his pocket. These items have like some special use, one-time use that can be very useful.
There were of course some quite heated conversations within a team regarding the various aspects of a game, but I suppose that's a good sign that everyone involved in the project was as willing to give their best as Vlaada was.
Severton comes out later this year, and we really hope that you will love it as much as we do.